Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, classroom, shalom,
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, or Shabbat shalom, La Yasha'Allah to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Peace and blessings. It's another Sabbath service, giving the honor and all glory to Yahweh Shema Mashiach Malak Yahushai. Brother, what you going to?
Come. All praises to the Most High for another Sabbath, another day of repenting, another day of getting your spirit, your household in order, another day of serving the Lord, man. Because a lot of people being cut off in these last days, going back to the spirit world, going back to the land of the dead, man. We're the congregation of the dead. As we always do, we're going to start with Acts chapter 18 and verse 4.
This is the book of Acts chapter 18 and verse 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Shabbat and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Right, so this is another Sabbath service to persuade Israel, who knows that to Israel to continue in the law, statutes, and commandments, all things that are beautiful and good in the sight of the Lord. And to those just finding out that they're Israel, to forsake the ways of this world and come back to serving our God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right, being as a church of Berea, searching the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that be spoken to you are true. Right, let the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua be true, and every man a liar. How we do that is Philippians 4, verse 13.
Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach Yahushua, which strengthens me.
Right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're able to cast down these false doctrines. Right, study to be quiet. Right, maintain the things that the Lord has given us, man, so that no man can steal our crowns. Right, if it be the Lord's will. Right, we do that to ensure that Israel maintains the same state that they're in as well, that they're not venturing off, going into these false doctrines, these false books, and they stay rooted and grounded in the Holy Scriptures.
And the topic of the Sabbath service, seeing that we are in the end of the world, is Luke chapter 21, right? The end of the world and the signs of the times. You're telling people you're living in the last days, and they want to know how. They're asking for proof. They're saying, well, how do we know things like this have been happening for hundreds of years? My grandmother has told me this. And you're coming up and hearing all of these lies and asking questions. Well, how do we know we're in the last times? You have key chapters in the Bible to cover that, man. You have Luke 21, which we're going to go into today, St. Mark 13, Matthew 24, 2 Ezra 5, 6, 9, 8. All of these chapters, the book of Revelation, goes into the signs of the world, man, or the end of the world. So we're going to start in Luke chapter 21 from the top.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 1. And he looked up and saw the rich men casting their gifts into the treasury. And he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites.
Right.
And he said, of a truth I say unto you, that this poor widow have cast in more than they all.
So she gave her all with the little that she had. Right, go on.
For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offerings of Yahweh, but she of her penury have cast in all the living that she had.
That's how brothers got to be. Cast in all your living. Right, go on.
And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said, as for these things which ye behold, the days will come in the which there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
So the Lord said that this place is going down, right? They even magnified the temple, and it said, well, 46 years was this temple and building by Herod, or without throw it down in 3 days. Let's get that in John 2, Baba Kashab. Right, John 2 and 18. We start at 18. St. John 2 and 18.
This is the book of John, chapter 2, and verse 18. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, what sign showest thou unto us, seeing that thou doest these things?
Our forefathers are always asking for signs. The Lord said the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. Huh? Jake, you always want something tangible. Huh? You always want to see a shooting star, right? Or you want to be like Gideon, just wet the fleece. I just wet it again, right? Then let no water be around it, but let it be wet, right? You always want a sign, man. Right? So the Lord is going to give you a sign. Go on.
Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
Right? And he's speaking about his body, and on another level, the elect. Go on.
Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days?
See, that Herod built off of the temple and had 46 years and it was still in construction. And they said, you're going to destroy this thing that was built in 3 days? So Yahweh Shah said, all of these things, all of these buildings that have been built up by the so-called white man, they're going to be thrown down. The Lord said in Malachi, they shall build. Let's get that in Malachi 1, right? And I will throw down. It's Malachi 1 and 3. We can start at 3, man. So the Most High isn't dealing with this system. Everything, when you go outside and after this live, and you look at all of these lights and all of the skyscrapers and all of the buildings and grocery stores, they're all going to be shut down. And this place is going to become a desert land. Whether you believe it or not, that is what it's going to be, man. And nobody's going to be able to dwell in America anymore except desert creatures, right? That's Isaiah 34, Isaiah 13, and Revelation 18 chapter. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Right?
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
That's what he did when he came over here to America, man. They built the desolate places. They started to build Rome all over again, man.
Right.
Ancient Rome, they say, was founded on 7 hills. Now America's founded on 7 mountains, man. Right? So it's the same thing, but those mountains are actual kingdoms. So they said, look, we're desolate. Rome is destroyed. We're going to build Rome up all over again. They shall build, go on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
But what?
But I will throw down.
But I will throw down. Right, read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
See that? The Most High said he's going to throw down. So don't get caught up in the ways of America, man, and these luxury buildings and condominiums. Don't get caught up in watching the so-called white man prosper in this society, right? David said in Psalm chapter, give me Psalm 73 and 1, Baba Kishar, right? Don't get caught up in this system, man. I know you see the so-called white man while you at the bus stop struggling and it's cold out. You see him pull off in a Tesla, kind of splash a little bit of water at you, and you just want that Tesla so bad. You're willing to work so hard and forget the Sabbath day. That Tesla is going to be destroyed, man.
That's right. That's right.
You pull up at the damn red light and your damn your engine smoking, and a so-called white man peel off in a damn Maserati, right? And you're like, damn, I gotta have that. Stop getting caught up in this system, huh?
That's right.
This is temporary. The Lord said, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Right? That's Hebrews 13 and 14. Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 1. Truly, Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart.
If you sincere, the Most High going to work with you. Go on.
But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped.
David said, look, man, boy, I had to catch myself. That's hip talk for us. Say, look, hey, you better catch yourself, man. You slipping. David basically said I was tripping. That's what it means. My feet had well nigh slipped. I mean, I was tripping. All right, that's what you would say now. But, you know, it's biblical terms. But we have to break it down. David's a Jake, man. Said, damn, man, I was tripping, man. Right, go on.
For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
See that? Sometimes you see the wicked living good, man. And you'll start kind of thinking like, damn, man, I want that, man. I want that house. Why you get to have that house? And I got a damn studio apartment. I'm paying $10,000. 10 grand for a 1-bedroom. And a so-called white man, hey, sometimes you driving around, man. You kind of take the wrong exit and you end up on the streets and what the hell these Edomites living in damn mansions, man? How did they live like this? And you stopping. Sometimes, Jake, even when you were a kid, we used to do that. We say, look, I want that house. That's my house. Every Jake did that, man. When you were a kid, you driving, you in the back seat, I want that house. I want that. And it's always the so-called white man's house. You never said, I want them projects over there, right? I want that piss elevator. I want the crack on the floor. You always want what these devils got. And sometimes that'll get to you and it'll make you fall out, right? The Lord says he's about to throw all this down, man.
That's right.
Right, go on. We're not going to read this whole chapter, but this is a beautiful chapter. That's one of my favorite Psalms, man.
Verse 4. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
You see that? It seems like though they're always going to prosper, man. Seems like the so-called white man cannot be taken down. Their strength is firm. Even when they go through a recession, they bounce back, right? They might get beat in Vietnam, but they bounce back and they kill you in the streets. Seems like this guy's immortal, man. Seems like he can never be taken out, no matter what happens to him. He always finds a way, even in Hollywood and his movies. You watch in 2012, these movies about the end of the world, the so-called white man always finds a way. He always is the last man standing at the end of the day. And that might get this man is always on top. You got something?
I got something.
Come.
All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 21, and verse numbers. I'm gonna start at 8. It said their seed is established in their sight with them and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear.
Right.
So you don't see them houses getting breaking into, or somebody going like this, or somebody shooting in their driveway and all hell breaking loose in their front yards. When they drive, they go up into the hills.
Right.
Nobody knows where the so-called white man's live, man. Because you know why? You got to go through that damn, what they call it, the people in the booth.
Yeah,
Security guard. You got to show them the ID. What you doing around here, boy? Who you know about here? What house you cleaning? Right, let me buzz you up. Right? That's what you got to do to get up there, man. It's their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them. So right now, it will appear as if they're safe. They're okay. They're never going to be broken down. And they're prospering, and everything they set their mind to, they're going to build it up. It says, their bull gendereth and faileth not, meaning their strength. Their cow claveth and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little children, so like your little ones, like a flock, and their children dance. And that's what you see with all these parades, these damn shows, these carnivals. And at the harbor, it's a freak show, man. Yep. You got all of these Ferris wheels, people juggling, or you got people walking on damn stilts. Right? It's a freak show out there, man.
Right.
And their children dance before the streets because they don't feel pain. They don't feel anything that is their economy going down because right now they're prospering.
God, let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5, and you can start at verse, hold that Romans 8. 1 Thessalonians 5, you can start at verse 1. Right? Like the brother said, Esau is living in safety right now. They have no fear. They have no worries. Right? They're not worried about their kids getting drunk and crashing into somebody because they know they're going to get off. Right? What's that? The Influenza team. Right? The dude killed 8 people in a car accident. They sent them home.
Right?
Esau, they got all these different protections from the things going around in the world. Look, you got to be censored on YouTube. Right. They take your channel down, man. Right. Esau not worried about nothing, man. They feel like this is home, this is heaven, which it is to them.
Right.
You got it, King.
Book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Right.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right. Paul saying ain't no need for me to tell you. You know that the day of the Lord is coming like a thief in the night, man. It's coming in the woods where nobody knows when. Even Yahushua said he don't know the day of the time, man. Right. He's coming as a thief in the night.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right now you're getting all these peace treaties about to start coming out because World War III is on the brink of starting in a millisecond. Right now you're going to have all these so-called UN meetings trying to get together to sign peace treaties, long conversations on the phone, right? When they say peace and safety,
sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Sudden destruction is coming upon them, man. And we smell it in the air. We smell the blood in the air already, man. Right. We know the time is coming, man. And I wanted to precept John the 2nd chapter 2. Can you go to Romans chapter 8 and verse 5?
This is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 5.
Right? Because we know that the Jews require a sign, man. Right? And the Greeks, they want to have all the knowledge, man. That's a modern day Greek is like Dr. Umar Johnson. Right? He's a modern day Greek. Want to be so deep, but don't know a damn thing, man. Right? Or you go to this book and we got the school of Margaret Thurgood, Marshall, whatever it's called, man. Right. That's been in the works for 20 plus years. Right? Those are your modern day Greeks. And the Jews require a sign. They want to see something happen. If the Lord is real, he's going to come down, he's going to preach to me in front of everybody. Right? Our people are so hard-headed and stiff-necked.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Right? So if you after the things of the flesh, if it's tangible, you can touch it, you can see it, you can smell it, you can hear it. It's got to be real. Right?
but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
Right? That's how you know who's truly trying to serve the Lord. They after the things that are spiritual. They after the things that don't have to be seen. They don't have to be touched. Don't have to be felt. Right? Because that's the Lord dwelling with them, man. Right? That's the real Israelites, man. The Israelites who aren't Jews outwardly but inwardly. Right? Walking in the Spirit. Right? Go ahead, keep going, King.
Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death.
Right? And that's death, man. To think I gotta see it to believe it is a death mentality, man. That's a mental state of a man who's destined to be destroyed, or a woman who's destined to be destroyed.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right? Because you know that judgment may come after death, man. Right? It's going to. You don't know how your end is gonna come. So you're gonna be walking on eggshells in these last days, knowing not to offend the little one, knowing not to offend who could be King David on the earth.
That's right.
Right? Minding your tongue.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be.
If you're trying to be a famous Israelite who want to walk and be around all these brothers who got money, you want to. Somebody said a 300 ZR. If that's what you destined, if that's what you require to have, right? You destined for the lake of fire, man. We don't look for this thing that can't be these things that are going to be destroyed, because nothing in this place can save you, right? You got to be a Jew who's trying to be spiritual, or Israelite who's trying to be spiritual, man. That carnality is the enmity of God.
Right? We can go back to Luke 21. So this shows you, man, you brothers that are waiting for something to happen for you in America, give it up, man. You got that video with that Eve crying with Joe Biden in the background, getting emotional, man. Saying, this is it. This is what we've been waiting on, man. Waiting on what, man? A creepy pedophile who can't remember any damn thing, who's delusional, who likes to sniff little girls and massage their shoulders in the open sight of man, who has dementia and Alzheimer's. He might have an STD, man. You know? So you're waiting on him to save. You can't even save himself. His knees can't save him from falling as he walks up the steps in a creepy dark night, man. Right? And we're going to put Joe Biden in slavery, man. Right. If you're Joe Biden and you have perhaps stumbled across the channel, we're going to put you in slavery, man.
That's right. That's right.
If you got delusional and you was typing in CP and all types of wickedness, man, and you stumbled across this truth video, your days are over.
That's right.
Let's bring it out in Luke 21:6. And we mean that. Right?
That's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 7, continuing. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?
They said, how do we know? What can we look for on the earth? Right? Like a mystery novel. What are the clues that are set up before the villain is revealed?
That's right.
Go on.
And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived.
What's the first thing the Lord said?
Take heed that ye be not deceived.
You Christians, you didn't take heed. You Muslims, you didn't take heed.
Right.
You atheists and you worldly men of old, you didn't take heed, man. Now you have been deceived. Go to 2 Timothy 3:12. That's one of the major signs of the end of the world. Massive deception on the earth. Massive confusion and deception. It's one of the major signs that lets you know you're living in the end. Everything's going to be backwards, out of order, and the confusion. 2 Timothy 3:12.
Book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution.
Right.
But evil men and seducers.
But evil men and seducers shall what?
Shall wax worse and worse.
Got a lot of men waxing worse and worse, man. Doing what?
Deceiving and being deceived.
They deceiving people and they're being deceived. Job 12:16. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So massive deception is one of the major signs of the end of the world. Right? That's where you have all of these world religions, right? Christianity, and now they're trying to combine them. There's a place, I can't remember the place, but they're trying to combine what you call Judaism.
Dubai.
Dubai, that's what they're trying to do it. They're trying to combine all the so-called Abrahamic religions, which is your Islam, Christianity, and so-called Judaism, which is madness, man. So you brothers don't be deceived. You have doctrine being put forth by men, even in who they call being in the truth. You have men trying to seduce you and let you think that certain things are accurate when it really doesn't line up with the Bible. Take heed that you be not deceived. You guys don't? No. Let's read on in Luke 21. Right? Do not be deceived, man. Like the brother said, be like the church of Berea. That's Acts 17 and 11. Those men searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. Right? Let's read on.
Book of Luke, chapter 21, and continuing at verse 8. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
See that? Many people you have people actually claiming to be Christ. I mean, literally people. You have a man called Jewish Christo, right? You have a man in Australia right now claiming to be Jesus Christ. We've done cold cuts on this. We went into it. You have men who all throughout history, and it's not just three guys. Every year there's a guy saying that he's Jesus, right? Every year, one Jake, he said, I'm Yeshua. And he was doing a video in his bedroom. When did the Lord say he's going to come and do videos on Twitter in his bedroom with his high socks on and a big t-shirt on and just high socks, right? That's madness, man. The Lord, when the Lord said, as lightning shines from the east, even coming to the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Right. Meaning you're going to know, you're not going to miss it. It's not going to be something where somebody has to hit you up and say, hey, the Lord is back. You got it.
And to go on that, Yahweh shall warn you, man. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or lo, there, believe it not. There's going to be so many men that's going to be destitute of faith in the last days. They're going to be praying for hope. Whether it's a cave, he's doing miracles. He's giving food, right? He's giving 5 loaves. He's giving the bread. He's giving the fish. Come over here. Come to the desert. Come to the wilderness. Come to the caves. Come out here. Come over there. And it's going to be a lot of men. They ain't going to know what to do. And they're going to forget the commandments. They're going to forget what's written. And they're going to be so destitute of faith that they're going to flee, man. Right. It says what? For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders. So they could be doing miracles in the last days, man. Don't be carnal. Don't be like, well, he did a backflip, and then only the Lord could do a double, triple backflip and land on his damn finger. No, that's not talking about that, man. Hey, the Lord can give so-called, and the Lord can give, hey, you seen it in Egypt, man.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, you seen it in Egypt. Yeah. Cast down the snake. So, hey, it's nothing new under the sun. The Lord got these false prophets in the last days doing miracles right before your eyes. And if you destitute of faith and you don't know which way to go, you're going to believe it. It says what? For there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. And the Lord said, if they ain't put the spirit on these men, even the elect would have been deceived.
Go ahead, King. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and start at 63, right? So if you're going to be deceived, you're not part of the elect. This is the Lord searching out your spirit, man, to see if there's any fault in you. And the Lord giving you to your own inventions and your mischief that you were dwelling in, man. Because if you took the time, build yourself up in the spirit, had the faith, you wouldn't have been deceived if you was part of the elect, man. That's really, it's coming to the time where the wheats and the tares are being separated, right? Those who serve the Lord and those who talk a good game. Right, those who.
Quick point. I was going to say, Malachi, I tell you that, man. Then she discern between him that serveth God and him that serveth God not.
You got it.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 63. Surely he knoweth your Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin, and would hide their sin. Therefore hath the Lord exactly search out all your works.
Right, so the Lord knows your thoughts, your inventions of wickedness. Right, you got to come up with an intricate plot to sit there and really dissect the lie, saying the Lord is, like the brother said, doing backflips and landing on their fingers.
Right.
You know how intricate of a lie you got to think about to deceive the masses of people. Right, that's a wicked thought. Right,
and he will put you all to shame. And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men.
When your sins are brought forth, you're going to be ashamed. Right? The Lord, He gonna guide you to the exact point of where you gotta be destroyed in front of everybody, man. Because you was walking in mischief, you was walking in falsehood, you was walking in lies. You truly didn't have the faith. You didn't believe what you were teaching, right? The Lord said there's gonna be many that say unto me in the last days, Lord, Lord, haven't we prophesied in thy name? That's talking about the men on the highways and byways, man. That's talking about the men who's out there trying to seal their life. They really don't. Some of these men truly don't believe. They talk a good game. We're going to discern between the righteous who serve the Lord and the wicked who serve mammon in their belly.
Now, I got a list, right? Now, you can look this up. This is something you can look up. List of people. Slocky, let me let it focus in.
I think it's the top camera.
It's the top camera. All right, well, usually you can look it up. I'm surprised it's not showing, right? But if you look it up on your own, it says
Turn on the brightness.
Oh, turn up the brightness.
No, down.
Oh, that's better. The water. All right, see that? List of people claiming to be Jesus. Now, they have a list all the way going back to the 1800s, right? The 18th century, Anne Lee, the founder of the Shakers, made her believe that she was an incarnation of Christ on the earth. Condorit, the founder of the leader of Skoptosy of the Russian Empire, said he was Christ. And in the 19th century, John Thorne said that he was Christ, a reincarnation in 1834, right? Arnold Potter, in 1804, he claimed to be the spirit of Jesus Christ entered into his body, the son of the living God. This guy said that he was Christ. Everybody is saying that, man. It's not a one-time thing. I mean, these are over like 50 people. You had this guy, Haile Selassie, right? You Benjamites. You Benjamites and this Haile Selassie, man.
So, like they said, he had the holes in his hands and his feet.
That's ridiculous. Jim Jones, Marshall Applewhite, Yahweh ben Yahweh. Yahweh ben Yahweh, that makes the name contradicts itself, right? You're saying that you're that makes no sense. How are you the Father and the Son of the Father, right? That's madness. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. And I encourage you, brothers, to look it up, man, and see. And a lot of people believe those guys. And the Lord set up those men just so people can be deceived. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Start at 2 and 2.
Book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Hamashiach, Yahushua, is at hand.
The day of the Lord is at hand. Read on.
Let no man deceive you.
What the Lord say?
Let no man deceive you.
Even the Apostle Paul, who was directly taught by Yahushua, he said, let no man deceive you, right?
By any means.
By any means. Read.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So the main part I want to focus on is the Lord said that you'll have a major falling away. You look up that word in the Greek, falling away, it goes into the word apostasy, right? Which means people are going to do what? Be deceived and follow other things outside of the Most High and the truth, right? Israel, we fell away from our nationality, our homeland, our heritage. That's the great falling away. Many people have been deceived, man. You have more unbelievers, and I brought that out earlier. Even in America, Christianity is slowly declining. And they say more and more, even Edomite families who are raised up. America used to be like a Christian country, man. Founded off of Puritan principles, man, and Christian dogma. But now more and more Edomites are leaving a Christian church. More and more Hamites are leaving a Christian church. They say Eve is leaving the church at Phenomenal Records, man, and going into all types of witchcraft. And everybody's being deceived. See that? How many Christians are in the world? Now they're telling you it's 31%. But guess what? These numbers are slowly declining, one by one. And everybody's going back into the ways of darkness. Let's go back to Luke. So that's one of the major signs. Massive deception on the earth. So of course, we got to be living in the last days. How can we not? Everybody's been deceived. The only ones that will not be deceived are the elect. You're going to have that spiritual filter. It's going to catch up all of the lies. It will never. That's what filters are for, to make sure that things don't enter into the machine. Right? You set up the filter and it catches all of the waste and things that may harm the machine. Right? And the Most High gives the elect a spiritual filter. So when you hear lies and false doctrine, you kind of, hold on, I don't get that. Don't sit right with my spirit. Right? That's that spiritual filter the Most High gave you. Nah, the Lord can't save everybody. It doesn't make sense. A lot of people don't have that filter. Right? And you don't have no filter, and your damn AC or whatever, it get jammed up. Right? Bring that out, King.
Book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
So you're going to hear of wars, man. Right? That's why you see Russia going to war any second. Most High willing is now. Most High willing, our phones go off and they say Russia has officially declared war against NATO and the Ukraine. Then Jake is going to want to be on fire. That's when Jake going to start being on fire. World War III, I guess it's time. Then the Most High not going to be working with you. You're going to try to catch a fire, but the Most High give you the fire anyway. You can't force a flame, right? It says in Job 32, there's a spirit in man, and what? The inspiration of the Almighty giveth you understanding. So you have to be inspired by the Most High to be able to catch a fire, man. You can't force a fire. Either you're on fire or you're not on fire. And a lot of people, they're going to wait till the bombs drop and that first missile that Satan won shoot up in the air. Then they're going to they're going to go in their closet and shake that old dusty garment off. They're going to pull out the back next to their church tuxedo and try to iron it real quick, right? And shake the dust off of it, put it on, right? Climb to the top of their entertainment center, grab their 1611 and try to be a man of the Lord. It's going to be too late in that day, right? Yeah,
come on, man. If you truly understand, you're going to be occupied with prophecy and the things going on in the world, man.
Right.
You're going to always be looking at the news, man.
Yeah.
My joint always go off. CNN, you got RT News.
End time headlines. And quick points, Salakia. They blocking a lot of RT News now, too.
Right.
They're taking those channels off. I'm going to make that quick.
Al Jazeera.
Yep.
Right, all these things. You should know these sites and you should be looking at them, man. So you know what's going on. You're not just watching videos all day, right? You're looking at end time. You're looking at what's going on around the world.
Right.
Man, if you take a step back and look at what's going on, you got this so-called Omicron. What's it called? Omicron.
If we can say that.
Yeah, we can even say that.
Yeah, we don't even know now.
Right? All this stuff going on. You got the small bickles and fights going on between the smaller countries, the mass scale fighting, right? Inflation, people not working, right? Our daughters going missing, our sons going missing. Man, there's so much stuff going on. Ain't no reason that nobody should not know what's going on. Man.
Right.
All this, even Esau be telling you the truth sometimes.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, you have Edomite whistleblowers.
Right.
You got in-game World War III. He be like, I'm going live. He actually go live. He's an Edomite. And he's revealing all of the secrets of the so-called white man. So I'm going live, tune in. This is your kingdom. What are you doing? But the Most High did that, man. The Most High is raising up Esau against Esau. Because they got to go through the curses too. They got to be evil towards their own brother too, man. All these curses are going to fall upon them. I got a quick point real quick. You guys on?
No, you good.
Okay, yeah, appreciate it.
No, you good.
Now, I want to go into that Greek word for commotions. The Lord said, not only are you going to hear of wars, but also commotions. It's not talking about a Black Friday commotion, right? Or you hear a cat in the alley and an old lady, hey, shut up, right? And she throw a slipper at the cat. That's not the commotion that the Most High is talking about, right? Here's this Greek word for commotions.
G181, akatastasia.
Akatakasia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It says instability, a state of disorder, disturbance or confusion. Go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, right? A lot of you brothers think that the Apocrypha isn't inspired by the Most High. It's saying the exact same thing, huh? You're going to have seditions. That's what a commotion is. A state of disorder and instability. That's why you have in Austria. They're about to overthrow the government any second, right? France, Germany, South Africa, every nation, their citizens are fed up with the government and they're rebelling right now.
You had the January 6th.
Oh yeah, was that the Capitol?
The Capitol.
Yeah, they stormed the Capitol, man. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 17.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city.
Start at 15.
Come.
Start at 14.
Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
See that? Death and destruction to the world and everybody that lives in it. Go on.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
It's only going to draw nigh for so long before it actually gets there. How many times does the Most High have to warn you, man? You have so many prophets in the Bible, so many warnings. Man, you're not going to have an excuse. There's nothing you can say. Go on.
And this Slakia, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah, race wars, actual geopolitical wars, cyber war, global warfare, missiles. Go on.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Read that part again.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Those are the commotions that Yahushua prophesied about. When he said commotions, he's speaking about the seditions, instability in government, instability in kingdoms, and a state of disorder and confusion. Right? Go on.
And invading one another.
Now, what is a sedition? A sedition is when you speak words to incite someone to rebel against an authority or a government. That's what sedition is. Yahushua was charged with sedition. Read Luke the 23rd chapter 1 on down. Acts 24 and 5 on down. Paul was charged with sedition because they spoke words, this is what they said, to incite those rebellions and anarchy. In these other countries, you have massive sedition, right? You have the so-called white man. He ain't been at the internet, but guess what? It turned against him, man.
Right.
He used the internet for like the dark web and to communicate amongst them and lie to the people. But the Most High had him fall into his own hole, man. Like to tell you in Job, he fell into his own hole that he did. And now this internet is being used to show all of the prophecy come to pass and go into the seditions, man. Go on.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Yeah, nobody respects the leaders of this society, man. Who cares about Joe Biden? Even Edomites, man. And even they'll throw stuff at the Pope. When the Pope come in town, they're trying to break that nasty glass box full of baby breath. Right? They're trying to break that glass box. They're storming, like Abel just said, they're storming the White House, man. And these are Edomites. You had an Edomite that was shaped like a damn bull. He's doing like 15 years, I believe. And he was an Edomite. You have Ryan did a cold cut and them storming the Capitol. Why are you storming? This is your kingdom.
Right.
But they don't give a damn about this government anymore because they know it's rooted in lies. You got a quick point up?
Yeah, they got who threw his shoes at George Bush.
Yeah, you had the guy that threw his shoe, man. And George Bush kind of did the, the shoulder roll, man. Right? Read that part again, King. They show what?
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
See, that man is going to move in a way that's going to lead them to destruction. The course of their actions, how they set up legislation, them enforcing policies, that's the course of their actions. Them declaring war. Man has been given power to destroy one another, man. That's what the Most High said. The Most High is giving you power to take a particular course of actions to fulfill Bible prophecy. That's why these governments can't hold on. They can't control the people anymore. You have the internet. You got the Israelites. Go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. This is the worst thing that ever happened, man. Right? This is the worst thing that ever happened to human civilization. The waking up of the Israelites for the so-called white man. You can't hide this for so long. You know, bring that up. And the Israelites, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, are bringing up so much information, and the Most High is digging it up that you can't hide anymore. Now it's hate speech.
Book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Right?
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
We covered that part. Now let's deal with this part. Read.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that man of sin is going to be revealed. Before Yahushua returns, there's a particular man that's going to be revealed. The mask is finally going to be pulled off.
The Scooby-Doo.
The Scooby-Doo, right? Every great mystery novel, every thriller, every suspense movie, they always have the final revealing.
That's right.
There's always and then you're like, damn, it was him. Because what they do is, in these movies, well, a good director, they'll throw loopholes at you. They'll make you think it's the guy at the gas station who's like this all day, right? Like, damn, it was something. He was looking mean. Then it make you think it's the hotel guy who had an attitude. They checked in the hotel. He said, yeah, get room 6. And he had creepy keys.
Salaki, I don't know that movie, but it's the joint when they was all in the elevator and they was trying to figure out who's killing people.
The devil.
Edomite.
Yeah, it was Devil.
Yeah. I just wanted
to. Yeah, man. And you didn't know it was the old lady, right? You thought it was like, what the hell? Somebody bit, I believe, bit somebody's back.
The lights are shut off.
Yeah, the lights shut off. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it was really an Edomite. Yep. Oh, she's the old whore in Revelation, the 17th chapter. Yeah. That's spiritual, like the brother said, man. And it was called devil. So now the wicked, read that part again, and then show what? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. The latter part.
And then, and that man of sin be revealed.
Be revealed. Read.
The son of perdition.
The son of destruction. There is a nation of people who are putting sin out on the earth on a massive level. And who is that? The so-called white man.
That's right.
What is his real identity? Esau.
That's right.
Esau. Right? And there's Edomites probably tuning in. They're mad. How did they figure this out? Like the brother said, Scooby-Doo. These guys get pissed, man. Yeah. It's sitting there tied up by rope by a bunch of teenagers saying I would have got away with it. Wasn't for you meddling kids in that he called Scooby-Doo something too. He called him like a stupid dog. That stupid dog or mud or something, man. And those guys are pissed, man. Right? Hey, Esau, real quick precept. Job 15 and 20. Come on. Hey, these devils are mad right now. They're slamming the laptop. You fucking niggers. Right? I want to kill you. They're hiring agents. They're hiring you got COINTELPRO. I'm glad to believe every so-called cat may have been infiltrated.
Absolutely.
You see that? Absolutely. Not saying that y'all brothers in this room.
So like you. And we gotta put this out there. Israel is not the man of perdition.
Right, thank the water.
He's not the man, the son of perdition or the man of sin.
And we're not the daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Absolute madness. Let's bring that up.
This is the book of Job, chapter 15 and verse 20. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days.
Right.
And the number of years is hidden to the oppressor.
Who is the oppressor? The so-called white man.
That's right.
What is that saying? The so-called white man is mentally disturbed, knowing that his time is coming up. At any given second, when it says the number of years is hidden to the oppressor, it's like me saying, look, I'm going to run up on you. Right now, you don't know what time I'm going to run up on you, but you know it's coming. And you kind of watching over your shoulder. Right? You kind of, at any given second, I could pop up on you, man. That's how the so-called white man is, man. He knows at any given second, this place can go down. Right? He doesn't know the years. Nobody knows the years but the Most High. Read on.
A dreadful sound is in his ears.
What the Lord called his word?
A dreadful sound is in his ears.
This is like heavy metal music to y'all brothers, man. Y'all brothers get down with heavy metal music. You listen to Ozzy Osbourne. You listen to Black Sabbath and Metallica. Nobody's listening to that, man. That's dreadful, man. You like, what the? You can't listen to it, man. It's like demonic.
Here you go, right here.
What's that? Some Black Sabbath? Yeah, there's a group called Black Sabbath. Don't listen to them.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's a and they're always Edomites, biting bat heads off.
And corn.
Yeah, corn with a K. And a back, is that a backwards R? Yeah. Madness.
Here you go, Salaki.
This is ridiculous.
Conjuring up those spirits.
Yeah. God.
That's enough of that.
Yeah, that's enough of that madness. Hey, man, at the so-called plantation, it's a big overweight Edomite. That's all he play out loud. Man. It's heavy metal so-called music. You got the Jake in there. They all play their music at the same time. You got Jake playing Gucci, right? And then you got Help, and it's at the same time. And then you got the other one playing heavy metal. So it's spirits in there, man. The one Jake he always mean, right? And the other Edomite, he's just being an Edomite, right? Now, read that again in Job 15. That's dreadful.
Book of Job, chapter 15, and verse 21.
Right?
A dreadful sound is in his ears.
Yeah, that's this gospel, this song.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him.
When he got it made, he going down. Read.
He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness.
He already knows, man. He already knows what it is, right? He did war simulations with China and Russia, and he knows that they lost. He knows they're going to lose World War III, man. He knows his Space Force really can't stop Yahweh Shah, but he's going to try any damn way because the Lord is going to make him try. The Lord said they were so afraid, but yet there's fight. Right? Read on.
And he is waited for of the sword.
See that? He knows that, man. Imagine how fearful you got to be living, man. Like somebody put a hit out on you, man. They put a hit out on you, and you know, rather you going to the grocery store.
That's Cain.
Yeah, that's Cain. He got a hit out on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord said in Genesis, the 4th chapter, man. Right? Vengeance, sevenfold paraphrasing. Whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. So Cain got a hit out on him. Esau, you got a hit out on him. You a fugitive, a vagabond. Any fugitive, they're running away from justice. You're running away from the law. You watch some TV shows, Almost Got Away with It. Brother, seen that? Everybody seen Almost Got Away with It. When do those guys get caught? When they least expect it. They know they really not going to last. They switch their identities up. They'll shave their beards off. They cut their fingernails off and burn their fingertips and travel and do all this. And then guess what? They in a motel, and all of a sudden, the damn bounty hunter and the sheriff, and they know it's over. And you watch that, you think they're going to get away with it. You watching the TV show, you're like, damn. But you know the show eventually is made so they can get caught, man. And that's how the so-called white man is. Right? You other nations, you think he's going to get away with it, man. The Most High said his days are numbered. Yes or no?
Come on, I got something. Come on. Right, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse number 15. It said, and the serpent cast out of his mouth waters as a flood after the woman. Right, to destroy us, to take away our nationality, to beat us, give us damn TV and movies, and think it's cool to drink 40s and damn sag your pants and give you gangs and brainwash them, man, with all these commercials and media. They try to cash out that flood. That's not always physical, man. One of warfare on a deeper level than just getting hung, man. Because everything you watch is implemented to control your mind, man. It says what? That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood, meaning to be destroyed. And the earth helped the woman, right? Going into all of the facts, the internet, all of these books, right? The prophets, all of these resources, all of these things are helping the woman. And we're the woman. So in the last days, the Lord set up the internet. Now, I believe one of the first videos was a diamond Edomite playing with a cat, man. One of the first recorded YouTube videos was folly. Now you got prophecy going on in the last days. They got all the brothers in Israel going live right now in the different camps, shaking their hand and waking up Jake, man. That's the earth helping the woman. It says, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. I mean, all these lies are getting flushed down the toilet in the last days, and the truth is coming out.
Come on. Let's go back to Luke chapter 21. That's right, man. So that's one of the major signs. You're going to hear of wars and commotions. And Esau's finally going to be revealed, right? And he's not, we know that he's not the French, the German, the white man, the Caucasian, the whatever he calls himself.
Dutch.
Yeah, the Dutch, the German, right? The angels, Jesus. He has all, like any good criminal, they have aliases. Any good criminal is going to falsify his identity, right? And turn the damn lights off like a creep, huh? So Esau turned the lights off, switch his name up, put a mask on, and make you think that darkness is light. Bring that up, King. And then damn groping you, man.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21.
While you drunk. So this why you gotta go, man.
Right.
Imagine somebody doing that to you in real life. They put a creepy mask on, they turn the lights off, they get you drunk so you can get naked, and they start popping you and dealing with you. That's what Esau does to Jake, man. Huh?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp. Oh yeah. Let's read on. Yeah, Pulp Fiction. Right? You know, don't watch that on the Sabbath. Right? Bring that out.
Book of
Big
Luke,
rains.
chapter 21, in verse 10, continuing. Then said he unto them,
The spider caught 2 flies.
nation shall rise against nation,
Nation shall rise against nation.
and kingdom against kingdom.
Right? That's Jacob against Esau, Russia against America. Every nation are fighting against each other. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, the Lord said one realm against another. Right? 1335 on down. Go on.
And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places.
Now these geologists and these seismologists, they're trying to discover why are there so many earthquakes on the earth? Why in 2020 and 2021 have there been more earthquakes on the earth than ever recorded in human history, man? And I'm not talking about small earthquakes. We're talking about on a Richter scale, 7.5 and up. Earthquakes in Indonesia every damn day. Mudslides, China, Taiwan, right? America. It's earthquakes in Michigan. Michigan doesn't even get earthquakes. California, right? Let's go to 2nd Ezra 9:1, man. Right? The Lord speaks about earthquakes. There are more. It might be an earthquake tonight, man. I hope it's another earthquake. And I hope the wicked get swallowed up and the righteous get delivered. I want a core earthquake. Core, Dathan, Abriel, On, and all those men where the earth swallow them up, man, and close them up like this. You got something, King?
God, in 2021 so far, it's been almost 16,000 earthquakes.
Damn. 16,000.
Oh, I'm gonna do that bad.
16,000.
It says like an average.
You got to speak up, King.
Like they said, it was like an average of 55 a day.
55 earthquakes a day. Never before, man, has it ever been done. 55 earthquakes a day. See that?
It's like, even the other day, I saw Casadia
You gotta speak
put
up,
a
King.
video.
Yeah.
Casadia, he put up a video about the whirlwind that was in, like, he went through 5 states.
Oh, Khan, yeah.
And demolished them houses.
Yeah. Like David said, volcanic eruptions are happening all over. You have all these volcanoes erupting. You have tsunamis happening because with earthquakes comes volcanic eruptions and tsunamis, man. So it's a chain effect, right? And with tsunamis come floods, and with floods come disease and destruction, and plagues and sickness, man. So the Most High is tearing this place out, man. Right? Even Esau's waiting on what's this mountain in America, Mount St. Helena? Mount
St. Helens.
Yeah, St. Helens, man. They're waiting for that place to blow. They said if that place blows, right, then it's going to be a bad time for the inhabitants of the earth. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra 9:1.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Does that mean take a ruler out? You get your meter stick from your 2nd grade teacher and you pick it up and you take a clock and you start measuring the clock, measuring the time. Okay, the big hand, no, that's the big hand, that's the little hand. This one's 5 centimeters and the big hand is 10 centimeters. Is that what it means when it says measure the time? Does the Lord mean get your grandfather's clock, the pocket watch from the movie Life, and you take it out and you say, that's my granddaddy's clock. Right. You can say anything, but don't say nothing about my granddad, right? And then you hold out your old chain to on his top shelf, right. And you start measuring it, man. What does it mean, measure the time? What do brothers say? Watching the prophecies. Watching the prophecies. Knowing how close each prophecies are from linking up and happening on the earth. Which a spiritual ruler, which is your mind. Go on.
And when thou seest part of the sign pass,
when you see these prophecies come to pass,
which I have told thee before,
I told you in the 5th chapter. Read.
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, the Lord isn't visiting with cupcakes and daffodils. That's hip talk, right? When Jake say, I'm gonna see you, right? What does that mean? I'm gonna see you. I mean, look, we're gonna have some problems, man. Right? I'm gonna pull up. Right? Or what happened? I'm pulling up. I'm gonna visit you, man. That's what the Lord means. He's gonna kill you. And the Lord is visiting you with the angels. Then ultimately with his son. Right? Go on.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes.
16,000. 55 a day. Earthquakes.
and uproars of the people in the world.
People are protesting mandates all over the world. Even Edomites don't want to take that poison, man. They're saying, we don't want to take this poison. We don't care if you're an Edomite. We're not taking this booster. Right? So you have uproars of the people, man. And I'm going to say this. When these uproars come to America, it's going to be 10 times worse. It's going to be 10 times worse. It may lead to martial law, a national emergency being declared. In Australia, you had 2 guys that escaped the quarantine camp. And what did Esau do? They put out a manhunt. Well, I thought a manhunt was for criminals. So they're saying if you don't take this thing and they lock you up and you escape, you're a criminal. You have people getting locked up right now over the Applebee's, man. They said they couldn't go into Applebee's. They didn't want to take the show they proof of poison, so they're getting locked up. This is the new big thing, you know. You have something?
God, yeah, I just saw that yesterday when I was going to work.
Right
over there in Silver Spring.
Yeah.
It said you got to show your card.
Right.
You took the poison.
That's right.
You can't go in.
So these are the uproars of the people. Go on.
Salakia. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right.
For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end.
Everything has beginning and an end. Man's life, days, months, everything has a beginning and an end. Right.
And the end is manifest.
What the Lord say?
And the end is manifest.
The end is manifest. I mean, you can see it. You can see the end because you see the signs. Go on.
Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works.
Yeah, Genesis had beginnings and powerful works, man. Right? Go on.
And endings
endings
in effects and signs.
See that? All of the great works of creation are what? Now being turned to the great works of destruction.
That's right.
These are, you have signs in the beginning of the creation. You have signs of the end. You understand? Go on.
And everyone that shall be saved.
And quick point too, the Lord speaks about a rest in the book of Hebrews. A Sabbath. You understand? He says, then they shall enter into rest. So that would be that 7th day spiritually, which means everything before that was leading up to the destruction, man.
Right.
So it's the exact same thing, right? Go on.
And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
That's plain, right? Shall what?
Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
From the beginning. The Lord has spirits that he sanctified from the beginning. And those men are going to be delivered by faith and by works. You got it.
Go to Sirach chapter 39 and verse 28. Right? That's exactly what that's speaking about in this chapter, man. These things were established from the beginning for an appointed time that they should be exacted on the earth, right? A time for so-called volcanic eruptions to make islands, right? A time for so-called, tsunamis to wash away and get rid of those islands that were created, where everything was made for an appointed time.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right, and we just talked about all the spirits that were created for vengeance, man. This isn't vengeance against the right. This is vengeance against the wicked, man.
That's right.
Right, destroying their infrastructure, destroying their heads of the people. Right. I was watching Kings and Generals one time. I can't remember which one it was. One of the damn army generals died in a manslide or a mudslide. I said, out of all ways to die, you in battle, you killing people, you die in a mudslide. Right?
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right, these are sore strokes to have your whole civilization destroyed, man. It was a Pompeii, right? It was a volcano. Pompeii, I don't know if brothers heard of that. Right,
Mount Vesuvius.
Mount Vesuvius, right? Destroyed the whole land, man. Nobody survived in that destruction.
Yeah. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right?
Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Right? Because fire, it brings forth death. Hell, it brings forth death. Look at what happened in Egypt, man. That hell mingled with fire, man. It was killing the animals, killing the Egyptians who couldn't get inside their house.
Right.
Right? What else is it? Famine. We all know what famine is, man. Famine is coming to them. Famine is already in America, man.
Right.
It's already here. Right? They just upping the prices and calling it inflation.
Right.
Right? All these were created for death and vengeance. Right? And death were created for vengeance.
Right. Verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts.
Right?
And
More people getting attacked by animals. Right? I seen an elephant flip over a truck of people in this safari. Right? These animals are sick of Esau, man.
and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Right?
They shall rejoice in his commandment.
Right? They can't wait for the Lord to say, do your work. This is what I created you for. Right? Like you put your foot in your brand new Nike, there's a scorpion in there. Right? Don't scorpions kill people? Yeah, you get stung by a scorpion, I think it kills you. Right?
And they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
Right? This is the point right here.
Therefore, from the beginning I was resolved and thought upon these things, and have left them in writing. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season.
Right? So we look at these things as awful. We look at these catastrophes, pray for Paris, tornadoes in the Midwest.
Right.
Where all these things are needful for due season. It was needed for that destruction that happened in the Midwest. Right now, so-called white man got to focus on that. Now he got a blind spot, man, focusing on these things that are happening on the home front. Right, these hurricanes. Now they're not focusing on Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, Germany, all these places who are at odds with America. They're not focused on that. They focused on the home front. Right? It's the movie with Denzel Washington, Training Day. Right? He had Jake with him. Right? Jake turned on him. He had the Mexican mafia looking for him.
Russian mafia.
The Russian mafia too. Remember he dropped Jake off in the hood in Mexican town. Right? He had the Jakes in the hood looking for him. The police was turning against him. That's America. Everybody who he thinks is at peace with him is turning their backs on him. And they just waiting for that time to roll down on him.
Let's go back to Luke 21, man. So, Mary, your days are numbered. The Lord said, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, man. Right? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Luke 21 and 10 or 11.
Book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 10.
11.
Okay. Verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places.
Right, we covered that.
And famines.
You got famines. Quick point. China, Germany, other countries, believe it or not, they're doing commercials about starvation in America. But these Americans, they don't know what's going on. These average Americans, they think that Joe Biden is saving them and that things are going to get better. Even these other countries know America's finished, man. America's done, man. So there's a famine coming to America.
That's right.
And I'm not speaking about, they didn't have your milk today, right? You went to the grocery store, they didn't have the mozzarella cheese, right? So you have to travel to this store, and then they had it, but it's cheaper. But okay, I'll get it anyway. Kind of, is that the one you want? No, it wasn't none of that, man. The days are coming when these shelves are going to be empty. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 22, man. Right? The days are coming when you're going to go into these stores and they're going to be empty. And if you got there first, that's well. But if you kind of woke up late and got there last, hey, it's over. You're going to have to get food from somebody. Your neighbor might have it. You're going to ask. And you know, he may give it to you the first time. Then next month, he might kind of think about it. The third time, he's not giving you no damn food. Now, either you're going to have to just deal with it, or you're going to have to do what? You have to take it from him, right? And only the strongest is going to survive.
美国，这个全球最富裕的国家之一，仍面临着饥饿的困扰。 在这个国家，尽管食品供应过剩，却仍有4900万美国人在挨饿。许多人无力负担健康的食物来提升生活品质。帮助美国，从现在开始。
It says from people struggle. Now that's a commercial about about America struggling. Remember growing up and you had that old creepy white man walking amongst the Hamites? Brothers, remember that? Only 10 cents a day, right? And they play that sad music and try to make you take your 10 cents and put it in the envelope, take $1, put it in the envelope, lick it and give it to the white man, right? Guess what? America's the new Hamite, man. Right? You're the new Ethiopian with fat bellies and flies, big bellies, airheads, and flies. You're the new. Hey, I want to see that, man. I want to see Edomites with fat bellies, man, and big heads and flies landing on you. You're not doing nothing about it because you're too hungry. So them flies be landing on the people and they just be sitting like this. All right? That's what you Hamites get, man.
What the hell is in the stomach?
Right.
Air.
Yeah, a bunch of air, man. Probably blow they. Read that. Put their thumb and blow their stomach up.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra.
Yeah, we getting on you, Hamites. Yeah, we're very disrespectful to you nations.
Right.
We don't give a damn. A lot of you jakes, but that's insensitive. Shouldn't you guys be saying that? Just teach the word. That is the word, man.
That's right. That's right.
Getting on you nations is part of the word, man.
That's right.
Right? That's Jeremiah 1-5. Right? Bring that up, King.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 22.
Right?
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Yeah, the sown places are all of the strip malls where people are at. In Baltimore, they got Christmas. It's like Christmas Village, man. That's one of the sown places. Not sown with orange trees, sown with people, sown with the inhabitants of the earth. These places are about to appear unsown. Full warehouses like Amazon, your Walmart warehouse. People are going to take that stuff home, man. Even now, security, there was a time when they would stop them and say, hey, look, you can't do that. But now security, they're going to be taking that stuff home, right? And police, the police, they're set up to try to, stop crime and petty theft and larceny. But those days are over with. They have families too. And they family got to eat. And they're going to hide that badge or use that badge to take what they want. Pull over, so-and-so and so-and-so. This is LAPD. And their stomach is growling and they sweating. Open the trunk. Open the trunk. And their hand is shaking. What do you have right there? Right? Is that bread? Give me that. Right? And then you have to eat them. Okay, please don't hurt me. I have a family. And they're going to take that bread, hit you upside the head, and go home and feed their son for one more day. Right? These are the days coming on the earth. You got to get into this thing, huh? Right? I love talking about the family. I have 1,000 scenarios that work every day in my mind about the downfall of the children of men. Right? Read that one more time, 2nd Ezra 6:22. And
suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right?
The full storehouses.
Storehouse is like a warehouse, right? Like a department store. Like you have something called a retail apocalypse, right? Where they shut down over 16,000 stores. Sears, where's Sears at? Kmart, it's gone.
The
malls, Macy's, Payless, JCPenney's, Radio Shack, Circuit City. What else? What else the brothers don't see anymore?
Acme.
Toys R Us.
Acme.
Acme.
You don't see?
See that?
Remember Acme?
Blockbuster. Hollywood Video. Sam Goodies. All these places are done, man. Toys R Us. Right? They're done. There was a time when you could drive and see all these stores. And there used to be lines in Blockbuster. I remember a kid, we used to have to go there. You kind of get your snacks and buy your popcorn. And you put the VHS tape in. And it'll say, please rewind. After you're done, you got to rewind it. Kind of put it back and get that nasty case right back to the so-called white man. Oh, you'll keep it. A lot of you jakes, you just kept it. You keep the VHS, and it is what it is.
Hollywood Video.
Yeah, Hollywood Video. Kmart.
Redbox.
You said what?
You don't even see
you don't see Redbox, man. All these places are done. These are the 4 storehouses, even your local grocery store. They're going to run out of food. Yeah, your Pier 1s, those are gone. Right? Everything's gone nowadays.
Tuesdays, you don't see them jump.
No, you don't see those anymore, man. Right? These places are done. Go on. It's like the 4 storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Read on.
Shall suddenly found empty. Salakia shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound.
Oh, that's it on that. We're not going to go into that. But guess what? These 4 storehouses are about to be empty. So if you don't have no food, you're going to starve. If you're not under the protection of the Most High, you're going to starve. Give me Isaiah 65 and 13. The Lord said, the servants of the Lord are going to eat. Most High willing, we get to eat in those days. Because if you don't get to eat, you're going to starve. And you know, when man don't have food, and like we say before, when the stomach got questions, the hands got the answers. And people, they going to do what they got to do. Right?
Look, I got all the stores that are no longer here, man.
I remember KB Toys. They used to be in the damn mall,
Yeah,
man.
Borders.
Wow.
What else? Zany Brainy. They used to have the yo-yos.
Yeah. I remember that. That was in the mall.
Brother showing they ate Hex.
Yeah, Hex. I remember Hex.
Yeah.
I remember what they sold, but I remember that name.
Yeah. Look at all this, man. The Virgin Mobile store.
Yeah.
The Warner Brothers Studio store.
Yep. It's done, man. You can look up a retail apocalypse, man. America's finished. Right? You got Jakes, I want to start my big business in America. I want to prosper. America's in debt.
Right.
What are they? $30 trillion in debt? Right? Bring that out, King. Every time they get money, it's debt, man. If you know how money works.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, and verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
See that?
Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
See that? A lot of people, you're going to starve. That's the way that you're going to die. Right? Go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 22. Right? Many people are going to die in a famine. And who's going to bury those dead bodies? Nobody. Right? Who's going to take them and give them a closed casket, a proper burial? It's going to be dead bodies just in the streets, man. And you know, with dead bodies comes what? Disease. What else? Brother said beasts, wild beasts. Wild beasts are going to change their places because that's where the food source is going to be at. And they're not going to have to worry about hunting low-life creatures, man. Like mice and rats. They're going to eat good off of dead flesh. Vultures, birds. The damn trash, man. He's not going to be collecting the trash. With trash comes disease, sickness. It's going to be the damn water bill. The water's going to be shut. You're going to walk into a damn abandoned house. The toilet going to have feces piled up all over the floor. You're going to walk in. People going to be doing this. Everybody's going to be doing this because the smell is going to be horrendous, man, with decay in flesh.
Yep.
Bring that up.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
See that? Many people, and it's not just an American thing, it's a global famine, right? Inflation or hyperinflation, like the brother went into earlier. You understand? So food prices are going to increase. A food shortage is happening. They're rationing out food every day. You have long lines of people going to these, even so-called rich Edomites still going to food banks, right? They had a long line, I believe, in the West Coast, with like 50 cars deep just to get a box with one turkey and a bottle of water, man, just to survive one more day. But the days are coming where they're going to take that food. All these so-called good people who set up food banks and food drives, guess what? They're not going to be out there anymore. All these so-called good people and these Christians who are doing drives for the homeless and canned food drives, you're going to wonder why you're not seeing those canned foods, because it's in their house, because they got to eat too. And they're going to be setting up these food drives, give us all your food so they can store it up, huh? Right? So the Lord said many people of the earth are going to die of a famine. Go on. All right, let's sit on that. Let's sit on that, King. We can go back to Luke 21. Right? Luke chapter 21.
Verse 11. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences.
Yeah, pestilence, disease. Right? Rather it's man-made or not. Right? Go on.
And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Like blood moons. Remember, we had blood moons for almost 2 weeks straight. That's a fearful sight from heaven. Right? Eclipses every day. There was a time when the sun came up dark red. Brothers, remember that? Earlier this year, the sun would rise and then it'd be dark red. And that night, it was a blood moon for like a week straight, man. Chariot sightings more than ever before. There's an article they actually went into. They said 2021 or 2020, America had a 200% spike or increase in UFO sightings because that's the Most High showing chariots more than ever before, man. These are the fearful sightings. People saw two suns, man. People said, look, I see two suns in the sky.
Wow, yeah.
Right? You're seeing like the firmament open up and a damn ring around it. People are seeing all things that you never saw before, man. Right? These are the fearful sights and great signs from heaven. Go on.
But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you.
See that?
And persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
So before the end comes, hey, this is part of the signs too. We're going to get delivered up, man. Right? Delivered up, not to like a local jail or prisons, right? They have concentration camps. A lot of people say, well, I don't know about that. That's a conspiracy theory, right? I don't know about these FEMA camp things. They have them, man.
That's right.
They have prison camps made strictly for you.
That's right.
Yeah, we got this room for Amos, right? We're going to set it up. You got your damn Hebrew name on it. They know your Hebrew name after conjuring with the spiritual demon Satan. And they have it written in the Hebrew. And then you go in there and it has everything you hate. They study you, man. And there's this movie called The Game. Did brother see that? It's a movie called The Game. I believe it's with I think his name Michael Fox or whatever. And he took this so-called test where Esau studied everything, literally everything about him. All his likes, his dislikes, things that made him fearful, things that made him anxious, whatever. And then they put him in a scenario where they used all of that against him. So this devil does stuff like that, man. They study everything, man. Your trends and what you like on your downtime and what makes you afraid and who you talk to. And he put it all together to use it against you, man. Go to Revelation 2 and 10, Baba Bashar. Yeah, Michael Douglas, that's his name.
Like I was talking to. Oh, you got it.
Now I just want to make one quick point. That's what the heathen did to Samson, man.
Yep.
Studied him. Oh, what did it? Let me bring it out real fast.
Come.
Damn, seduced him, man. Right, just to catch his strength, right, and all hell to break loose. Right, it's the book of Judges, right, chapter 16. Real fast. And I'm gonna start at 10. It said, and Delilah said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me and hast told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. Who the hell would tell somebody that how you gonna get bound up?
Right.
Let me know how you gonna get bound up. I want to know.
Right.
For what?
Right.
Otherwise, to use it against me, right? If I'm gonna tell you where I have all my money, right, where all the locks and all of the keys are, why do you want to know? That's a criminal. That's a demonic question,
Right.
Only to overthrow me. But yet he got beguiled, man. Just wanted to bring that up.
God. I was talking to a brother last night. I was trying to find a precept of fear just to forsaking the sequoias.
Wisdom of
Solomon 17. Yeah. Okay. I was right there. I was 17 and 15. But I said it's too late in the game to be scared, man.
Right.
If you knew what Esau knew about you, you'll probably lose your mind, man.
Yeah.
Right? They got pictures with your face right here, like he was watching the video, find out where he lived, follow him to work. Y'all have seen mad helicopters in the sky to nowhere now.
Yeah.
They're not just up there. They're not up there for no reason, man. They following you. They know who you are, who you associate with. They bugged your phone. It's too late in the game to be scared. Right? This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the security which reason offereth, and the expectation from within being less, counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. Right? So you're more scared because you're forsaking the ways of the Lord. You're more scared because you deny that the Lord is going to watch you. Everybody should be remembering Psalms 34:7 in these last days. That should be always playing in your mind. Right? If I'm doing right, the Lord is going to look out for me. Psalms 34:7. Right? But if you slipping up and you doing things you shouldn't be doing, now you got that security is being portrayed. Now you watching your back. Like, I know I should have did that. Now here's judgment. And the Lord is long suffering, man. He's not gonna bring judgment on you tomorrow, the next day. He could. He's long suffering. He's gonna bring it upon you when you least expect it. Right? When you walking and you're safe, you think everything's good. Boom, a car jumped the curb and take you out. Now half your body across the street and the other half is in the fender.
Yeah, they got this. You can look it up. They got mental, right? This on YouTube. They have mental manipulation detectives, and what crafty manipulation they use during interrogations, man. They study how to break Jake down, man. They don't just sit there and wing it. Well, what are we gonna do? Just you be the good cop. That's what they show you in Hollywood, man. You be the good cop, I'm the bad cop, right? And that's all it is, man. One guy say, "Look, I'm sorry we have to do this. You thirsty?" Right? He played a good cop. Can I get you something to eat? You want a sub or something? What gets on me?
Get some cigarettes.
Yeah, you need a cigarette, and you kind of take one out,
Get
his
the
pocket, light it for you. Yeah, and then make you kind of feel comfortable. Then the bad cop come in, right? What the hell are you doing here, man? I know you did it, man. They kind of throw you off. That it's more. It's deeper than that, right?
I was there.
Yeah,
It's deeper than
you got to get deeper than that, man. Hey, these men actually take classes, man. They study these things, man. Strictly for Jake, man. Right? They strictly study how to break you down, man. Because they believe in what is that? What was that phrenology about your damn like Django. Remember the so-called white man? He opened up the skull and said this part of the skull has the part of submissiveness for Jake. I believe that's called phrenology, if I'm not mistaken. So Esau, he believes in stuff like that. He believes that there are certain ways he can break down Jake compared to how he break down Esau, man. Right? He can deal with the Moabite man, he can deal with the Ammonite man differently, man. So they know you Israelites, man. Right? They know your strengths, they know your weaknesses, and they know how to break you down. But the elect, guess what? You're gonna be delivered in those days.
Right.
You don't have to worry about, well, man, break me down. You got Jake right now, break me down, and they plucking their beard out, man. I don't want to be broken down, brother. Don't worry about it, brother. Right? Don't worry about that. Give me Revelation 2:10, Baba Kashar.
This is the book of Revelation.
Brother, you'll be all right. Right? If you remain faithful, right, even until death, you'll be all right, King. Let's bring that up.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Right?
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Don't be scared of Esau.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Right?
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
Yeah, that's not talking about Satan. It's going to come down with handcuffs, right? And a pitchfork. What are you doing? Right? You're under arrest, right? You have to, right? So that shows you that the devil is a so-called white man.
That's right.
Because how is Satan going to come down, put his pitchfork down, and then put your hands up? You got to do this. One hand right here. Then you take Satan take the other hand, put it right here, and then throw you, and then duck your head. You know how they put your head under the damn, put your head down in there. Yeah. Satan's not going to do that.
Accidentally poke you with a horn.
Yeah, accidentally pokes you, my bad. Then can I get your badge number? Satan said, what do you need that for? Then he put you in the car, and then Satan start the car, and he got his partner right there. The other demon Asmodeus, and they peel off in the night, man. That's madness.
Deputy Asmodeus.
You said what? Deputy Asmodeus, man. The lust spirit came out of Egypt. Read that again, Revelation 2:10. The devil is the so-called white man.
Right.
That's right.
Bring it up.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Yeah, don't fear being locked up. Don't fear the so-called white man beating you up. The apostles got beat up, they rejoiced over it. And the Lord delivered man or the elect out of all the temptations.
That's right.
That's Psalms 34:19. Right? Go on.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
That's the so-called white man.
That ye may be tried.
That's the purpose. Not to kill you. Right? The Most High is not sending you there just to destroy you. Right? Go there, let's kill him. Right? Now, you may taste death in that thing, or you may not, man. But the purpose is to put you on trial. Right? This is the Revelation 3:10, the hour of temptation. Now you're finally going to be tried. It's easy right now. This is easy, right? A lot of you Jakes, you fainting right now. You're not in the FEMA camp, in the prison camp, right? And every day they call you by a number 10, right? And they get number 10, they drag him up, and he's screaming, and then they send number 10 back without a head, back in the cell. Number 9, and they pick up number 9, and they chop his head off and put him back in the cell. And your number is 7, right? It's easy right now until you're number 7, right? And you're wondering what to do, right? What do I do? I don't know what to do, right? What did the Lord say? That you may be tried. We got to take it there. We're not the sweet guys, We're not the sugarcoat kind of Israelites, man. Right? We're not what they call a friendly bruise. Is that what they say? Right? We keep it raw with you, man.
Right.
We keep it raw and uncut. Right? Just raw, straight, no chaser. Just it is what it is. Esau got torture tactics. He got devices. You understand? He has ways to break you down. But the Most High is still going to be with you, man. Right? So they may be tried. Go on.
And ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Yeah, don't start counting when you get in there. Tallying up the wall. Day 1, like Castaway. Day 2, only 8 more to go. Day 3. Yeah, that 10 days isn't literal. 10 days is what, brothers? Completion, whole. Or you could be there a month, or you could be there 10 days, literally. Or you could be there a day. And the Lord flush you out in the middle of the night, like Peter the Apostle. Right? Go on.
And I will, Salakia, be thou faithful unto death.
Be faithful, even if you got to give your life up for the Most High. Right?
And I will give thee a crown of life.
You get a crown of life, man. Jake give their life up for Jordans.
Right.
You'll put your life on the line for your block. You'll put your life on the line for some whore you just met that another Jake tried to holler at. You'll fight and kill him. You'll put your life on the line for a dime bag. I knew two Jakes in Detroit. They put their life on the line over who made the best Kool-Aid. And they shot each other, man. This is real. These are real things. Jake, you put your life on the line over the most foolish things. But now when it comes to the Most High, really, do I have to put my life on the line? If that's what the Most High said, if that's your lot, then it is what it is. And if you're the elect, you're going to go out strong anyway, huh? Right? You have something? No. Let's go to Matthew 10 and 17 real quick. Right? So we're speaking about being delivered up. We may do a part 2 on this. The signs of the end. There's so many signs. Not like the movie signs. Brother seen the movie signs? It's just crop circles, right? And weird alien letters, so-called. Yeah, that's videos. Yeah, creepy videos, and I'm in a park like this, right? Let's bring that up. Matthew 10 and 17.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogue.
Yeah, this happened to the apostles, right? And it's going to happen to the men of the Lord.
That's right.
They were delivered up, and they were scourged. Somebody said aluminum hats, right? They were scourged in their synagogue, man. That pointy aluminum hat, right, man. Right. To stop
Put your hat on. Yeah, put your hat on.
Well, listen to
that's ridiculous.
That was a scary movie though when we was younger.
It was
a fearful movie.
Yeah. I know a certain brother used to have nightmares about that thing. Right? Now, the Lord said that, they're going to deliver you up. Go on.
And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Who is that? Larry Hogan, the governor of Maryland, right? Is he the governor? Yeah, you might get delivered up before Larry Hogan, man. Look up your local governor and see who you might get delivered up to, man. Right? It may be a sheriff. In Babylon, Daniel the 3rd chapter, they had sheriffs out there, man. You understand? You have leaders, you have senators, you have elites. Esau might drag you up out the middle of the night, put a bag over your face, and you stand before the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers with a cup of baby blood swirling it around, saying, what are you doing here? Right? You brought this upon yourself, right? With lipstick on and a cup of baby blood. And you sitting there bound in fetters with a damn black bag on. He ripped the bag off, and it's nothing but wicked statues in the dark room. And one little jail prison cell. Right? Like a cage, right? And he kind of slapped your mouth. Get in the cage, man. Right? These are the days coming on the earth, man. These are the governors and the men that Jake is going to get delivered up to. You got something?
Yeah.
You got it.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9 and verse 4. Take ye heed, every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother.
Right, so it's the times we gotta be mindful. Brother put that in the group chat earlier. Right? You gotta be mindful of the people you around, man. Right? You gotta take heed. You can't trust everybody, man. Right? Believe not every spirit, man.
Right.
Every spirit is not for your benefit. Every spirit doesn't want to see Israel rise. Right? Some people trying to cop and plea. That Judas spirit is heavy. Right? That Judas spirit didn't just go off the earth when he put himself on that noose.
Right.
Right, that spirit went to and fro, saying who else it can hop on to. Right, go and keep reading. King.
For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders.
Right, think about it in this aspect. This man has a family, and he's not rooted in his truth. You think he give a damn about you?
Right.
He know he Israel.
Right.
He know you got to keep the commandments, but
Right.
he's not doing it. His daughter crying. She done lost 30 pounds in a week.
Yep.
She got to eat. What you think he gonna do?
Yep.
Tell us where this person is. We'll be out on the highways and byways, and we'll give you a loaf of bread and tuna.
That's right.
He gonna come knock on your door.
God,
Hey, man, I've been
loaf of bread too.
reading. I've been wanting to find out more. As soon as he opened the door, they got the AK-47s pointing in your face with the military bucket hats. Right, they waiting for you, man. They gonna be looking to supplant you. They gonna be delivering you up. Your family gonna deliver you up, man. Yeah, your family gonna be like, look, I know who it is. He's a threat. They gonna think they doing the service of the Lord, throwing you up to the people who rule this nation. Right, gonna keep going, okay?
Verse 5. And they will deceive everyone, his neighbor.
And that goes back to what we started off with, deceiving your neighbor. Right, saying, lo, the Lord is in this cave over here doing miracles. What they gonna do? They gonna run. They gonna put you in a trap. Like this is the movie with Denzel Washington. We couldn't see. Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She tried to give them sandwiches. Right? Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was human meat.
Yeah.
They put you in a box, now they eat you.
Yeah.
Right?
And will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies.
You're gonna have false witnesses rise up against you, talking about the missing person came to camp. That was the last person, the last place they seen him at.
Right.
Now all of y'all wanted for murder.
Yeah.
Right?
And weary themselves to commit iniquity.
And they just weary themselves to commit sin on top of sin on top of sin. They're not afraid to do that, right? Because they're trying to preserve their life.
Yeah, they'll deliver you up. A lot of your family hates you, man.
God.
You're in the group chat. They keep telling you happy Thanksgiving and happy Christmas, and you keep sending these Bible verses, man. You always show up with your friends on, telling them how to be right and how to be righteous, man. They sick of you, man. You know, a lot of go back to Matthew 10. The Lord said the children will deliver up the parents. These children don't want to keep the commandments. They want to hang with Rel and Tony, right? And damn Keisha, man, and play the field. Bring that up. In Matthew 10 and is that 18? Let's read 18.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10.
18.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
And quick point, if you want to know what's going to happen to you, read the Gospels, right? Read what happened to Yahushua, right? And study that thing. Go on.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
Yeah, don't plan a speech out, right? You're sitting up there, all right, you finally get delivered up, and you pull you pull out your sleeve, right? And you open up your speech, and you send up there, you got a speech to give, man. Right? You got a
Brown speech.
Yeah, you got a speech, man. Right? I knew this day was coming. Right? Let me get some for you. Give me the book of. Ain't nobody's gonna be there to give you the book of so and so, man. Right? And your speech is worthless, man. When Yahushua got delivered up, that was the Father speaking through him. When the apostles got delivered up, when they said we ought to obey God and not man, that was the Father speaking through him, man. Anytime the apostles, when Stephen got delivered up, read Acts 7, that long sword he cut him with, man. That was the Most High speaking through him, man. So anytime you're delivered up, what can your nasty speech do, man? That you're going to deliver up. You're writing precepts on your hand. We're not planning that, man. We're not speech preppers, right? We know that the Most High is going to be working through us, right? Because that's what's written. That's what's written. Go on.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
Yeah, would you rather rely on your own words or rely on the words of the Most High, man? The Most High can have you say anything. He can have you just go into the Hebrew and just start cutting them up, and their bodies start shredding into pieces, and they drop dead like Acts the 5th chapter, man.
That's right.
The Lord can do that, man. Everybody drop dead and the gates open, and then all of the saints come out and y'all break free. The Lord can do anything, man. Or he can have you say something that vexed, like read 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter. Hey, man, that last son or the last brother, all of the brothers went hard. And the 7th brother, he leaned on him heavy, man. He started cussing him out, man. The Lord made him say that, man. He said, "Oh, thou author of mischief against all the Hebrews." And he started leaning on him, man. And yeah, let's get it, man. Yeah, so anytime our forefathers got delivered up, they relied on the Most High. And the Most High worked with them. And that's something we won't even think about saying. The stuff that they would say, would you go to the whole account like Stephen when you get delivered? Man isn't thinking about that. I'm going to talk about Genesis and Exodus, and then I'm going to talk about the time. And then I'm going to link it all up to y'all stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart. Ye do always resist the Holy Ghost. And I'm led to believe he wasn't whispering when he said that. Right? You got it, King?
Book
of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 30. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, "Whom wait ye for?"
Right, so the mother tried to say, look, you better die for the Most High. And your brothers, he said, look, I already know that. Why you wasting time? Let's hurry up and get this thing over with.
I will not obey the king's commandment.
I'm not obeying the king's commandment to eat pork. The Lord said, quick point in 2 Ezra 16, that they show you should be idle, eating things offered unto idols. So they're going to force you or constrain you to do the same thing to Maccabees and even worse.
Right.
Go on.
But I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses.
And that's the mentality you have to have. Regardless of what's presented before you. Guess what? You have to maintain the covenant. Go on.
And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh.
Right.
For we suffer because of our sins. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of Yahweh. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of Almighty Yahweh, who seeth all things. For our brethren who now have suffered a short pain are dead under God's covenant of everlasting life, but thou, through the judgment of Yahweh, shalt receive just punishment for thy pride. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching Yahweh that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou be torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is God, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon all our nation, may cease. Then the king, being in a rage, handled him worse than all the rest.
See that?
And took it grievously that he was mocked.
See that? The Lord had you mock these men, man. Getting on them, man. Go on.
So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord.
Read that part again.
So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord.
See that? He died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Most High, man. That's how brothers gotta be, man. These men, if you haven't read 2 Maccabees, open it up right after this live and read it, man. Or 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter, the 6th chapter, right? The apostles, when they got beat up, they rejoiced, man. When they got delivered up, Paul sang songs in prison, man. Read Acts the 16th chapter, 19 on down. Him and Silas sang songs at midnight, and the Most High had an earthquake happen, and all of the gates opened up, and they went out of prison, man.
That's right.
You see that? And then the dude wanted to kill himself, man, the centurion. And they actually saved the life too, man. So these men was on fire. Yes, I know. Now this has been part 1. Next Sabbath, most High willing, we're going to do a second installment of the signs of the times and the ends of the world. But with that, Brother Naquam,
Shalom, brother Amos.
Shalom, brother Right.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Shalom.
Shalom.